My corporate customers expect, well, everything. That I can give them faster and global visibility on their cash positions, handle their international treasury payments, and facilitate their commercial and salary payments. But as a banker, I need to reduce my operational costs. I'm confronted with many manual processes, and at the same time, I want to expand my services. But how do I do this?
Rethink. Rationalize your communication channels. Increase automation. Achieve straight-through processing and reduce operational costs. With SWIFT's single window, you can reach any financial party in the world and at the same time become a visible and potential business partner for all others.
Okay, but isn't SWIFT a network for large banks? We're far too small.
Well, you might be surprised by our cost-effective packages for smaller banks like you. All-inclusive.
All-inclusive? What's included?
Access to 9,000 financial institutions, market infrastructures and corporates in more than 200 countries. SWIFT will reduce your operational costs, eliminate annual maintenance concerns with your existing channels, and increase your operational efficiency.
How does that work?
Instead of using multiple channels, you can now use a single connection to exchange your financial information. Select one of our low-cost connectivity products. You can either use SWIFT Alliance Lite Online, go through a service bureau, or purchase your own infrastructure. Once you're connected, just enter your transaction information, and with a click, your instruction is securely sent to any correspondent around the world.
And what's in it for my corporate customers?
Imagine you can offer them intraday visibility on cash movements, fast-track investigations resolution, and mass payments.
So via SWIFT, my payments will be faster, more secure, less costly, and I can expand my international bank and customer network?
Right.
Am I the only one who hasn't joined yet?
Well, almost. See you soon.
Iran's banks and other institutions have been stopped from using the SWIFT system to make or receive payments. SWIFT is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. It is one of the largest bank transfer systems in the world. It isn't a bank as such, but rather an industry body that facilitates financial messages and transfers between its members. It is based in Belgium. It has more than 9,700 members in 209 countries. They exchange an average of more than 16 million messages every single day. Now, under international pressure, SWIFT will now block many Iranian banks, as many as 30. It is a move designed to target the country's oil industry. People wanting to do business with Iranians won't be able to complete their transactions. It'll be like almost getting to the airport only to find that you don't have a passport to leave. Harry Smith has more on SWIFT's decision and its likely impact.
Grain unloading at Iran's biggest port. The move to further isolate the country's economy could make trade like this much more difficult in the future. But it's Iran's bank customers who will feel the immediate effects when they find they're unable to make simple international banking transactions. The organisation which handles those money transfers, based in the Belgian capital Brussels, is pulling the plugs after the European Union agreed new sanctions against Iran. Every day, SWIFT handles $6 trillion of messages on transactions. In 2010, 44 Iranian institutions reported they used SWIFT more than 2 million times. These transactions amounted to $35 billion in trade with Europe alone. One London-based trade expert says it may take some time for Iran to feel the pain, but the pain will come.
The Iranians, they've had sanctions for the last 33 years, so they know how to circumvent them. But what any extra sanction means extra cost. And the extra cost will be passed on to the consumer. So the products in the shops will be more expensive. So it would reduce the buying power of an Iranian consumer. So it would eventually lead to less demand, and then Iranian economy would become a low-demand economy.
The European Union imposed the new sanctions to put pressure on Iran to suspend its programme of uranium enrichment. Western countries believe the programme is designed to create nuclear weapons. Iran says it's only for peaceful purposes, generating electricity. There's been no reaction so far from Iran's leadership, but in the past they've condemned such moves as illegal and bullying tactics. Harry Smith, Al Jazeera.